Hello everyone, I guess this is our return to regularly scheduled vlogs. Tonight is the last night of my Christmas break from work, so tomorrow I head back. I'm currently on page 250 of A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Cameron, which is a little over halfway, and I wanted to finish this one today, but I had a friend come over, and then all tonight I've been taking care of Christmas cards that I've been sending out as thank yous for all the Christmas presents I received, so I'd rather prioritize that over this. But the reason I'm starting this vlog right now is because I moved into this apartment complex in September, and I have not been to the gym once in those months. It's been a long time coming, and I want to go and work out at our gym in my apartment. I know if I document that, I'll be more likely to keep up with it. It's literally down the hall. Like, I'm in the same building as the gym, but I'm scared there's gonna be other people there, which, like, who cares? I am so confident, except when it comes to being at the gym. I know nothing about nutrition and exercise. Do not listen to me. I finally have health insurance, so hopefully I'm gonna like get to doctors and they can help me with getting healthier. I don't know how great of coverage I have, so I don't know if I can go see a nutritionist. Someone told me it's not called a nutritionist. What's it called? Dietitian. I don't know. Whatever I can do to help better myself, I want to do that this year. In my last vlog, I showed Rachel, who is really into health, and she has always recommended me health books, and I was always like, ha ha ha. But I might actually peep those from her. But like I said, the reason why I'm turning on the camera is because I'm gonna get dressed in my workout outfit and I'm gonna go. And even if I walk for 20 minutes and I'm just paranoid the entire time if there's someone else in the room doing stuff, god damn it, I'm gonna go and do it. And I'm sure that might be busy because it's January 1st and everyone's like health kick, but maybe by like February it'll be emptier. Time to open up my workout drawer in my dresser that I never use. Here's a workout shirt and some shorts. Let's go. Like, even being in this outfit feels empowering. Maybe it's because I'm wearing a sports bra and I feel like I can do anything with my boobs right now and they're staying in place. Where's my headphones? Haha. All right, ladies, we back in the groove. There's no one in here. Another one for the girls. Also, the Christmas lights outside, okay. I took it so much easier than I planned to. I wanted to be on the treadmill for like 45 minutes, but I don't know if this is my issue or like a I'm out of shape issue, but when I jog on the treadmill, the front of my shins hurt so bad. Like, I had to step off the treadmill a couple times because it was like cramping pain. And I don't know if it's because I have the wrong footwear. I don't know if it's because I don't know how to run properly on a treadmill. And I don't know if it's just I'm out of shape and it's that bad. So I did a couple walk, jog, sprints. So I just decided to like run on foot. So I jogged back to my apartment from the gym. I took the staircase, which was a light workout for day one. But I really want to research like why my legs hurt so bad because I wanted to keep going, but it was like so painful. So that was workout day one. Also, I stepped on the scale. They have like a manual one with like the sliders, which I hate. And if that scale's wrong, I don't know if those are more accurate than digital ones. I weigh a lot more than I thought I did. I'm gonna go shower. I feel disgusting. You sis is all showered. I need to make lunch for tomorrow. I'm just gonna pack like a random assortment of stuff. Okay, so I kind of packed breakfast, lunch, and snack. So I have one full Honeycrisp apple. I'll probably eat that for breakfast. I don't think I can sneak any peanut butter in here anywhere, but if I could, I'd have some peanut butter with it. There's red pepper hummus with some garden vegetable pretzel twists. Thing of mandarin oranges, if you don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with mandarin oranges. And then I just made tuna and crackers as like my main dish. I'm gonna try not to snack all day at work, like especially in December when there's a bunch of festive food. I would be having donuts and the woman next to me brings a bunch of candy. I'm gonna be resisting the temptation to snack on candy all day and instead snack on some kisses from my boy. Just kidding, I'm gonna snack on apples. So that's my lunch. I love watching those like YouTube channels and TikToks of like moms who pack lunches for their kids. So I feel like this is my moment. Pro tip, That's how I remember to bring my lunch in the morning if I know I'm gonna probably forget after a long break away from work. So it's 11, which means I would typically want to go to bed and read a little bit before I fall asleep, but I'm trying to be better this year. I have a bunch of dishes that I just threw in the sink after we baked cookies today. A couple things in my living room to put away, like a thing of nail polish just randomly sitting out. These things take like 30 seconds to do, so I'm gonna try and be better about cleaning up when I make the mess and not a week later. It's a little while later. I just finished getting ready for bed, packing up everything I need for tomorrow. It truly feels like the first day of school after break. I kind of messed up my sleep schedule. I usually go to bed at 11 and wake up at like 8, but for the past couple days I've been going to bed at like 2 a.m. and getting up at 10, so I'm not tired. I'm gonna try and wind down by getting a little more into my book. I don't think I've talked about it this vlog yet. This is the sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I'm not gonna go very far into it because this is like the third vlog where I've explained about it, but whereas the beginning was super political, it's now getting into more like character-based stuff and like learning the magic system. We get to see like the darker side of this fantasy world, which it's been pretty dark, but I mean like now the characters are actually involved in it and not just like the darkness is acting upon them, if that makes any sense. I'm enjoying it, but I said something tonight to Bonnie on FaceTime that I think kind of describes how I'm liking this book. I said I hope it's a duology because I wouldn't be interested in reading past this book. So it's okay, but if this ends in a cliffhanger, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed because I'm just not loving it enough to keep going, you know? So I'm gonna read this till I fall asleep. I'll see you in the morning or sometime tomorrow. I am really tired. The only thing that's gonna get me through today is knowing it's Thursday so I can have the weekend off again in a couple days. Last night I did not get as tired as I thought I would, so I was up until like 1:30 reading, and I actually made it pretty far in my book. I got to page 326. But I really want to finish it tonight, so I'm going to set that goal right now. I'm going to try and keep on pace of reading one book every few days. I don't ever want to go one day without like a big gap in my reading. So I've got like 10 minutes to put on some makeup, and then I get to see Kristen and Ryan. That's what's keeping me going. Have a good day. When you and Bae are both reading at lunch. Hi. I think I'm gonna be so much braver vlogging at work now that you work here. I mean, she's always worked here, but you just got a promotion. Yeah. You're part-time.
More hours.
Yeah, so she's gonna be here like every day. Ooh, they got big ones.
Ooh, everyone loves a big one.
Kristen. Okay, be honest. I sized up my bra, and I feel like my boobs just do this.
Did you want to talk about it on the vlog?
Kind of.
Okay. Do we have a sharpener? Because I'm real confused. I just got pencils and no sharpener.
Are we shopping? This is better than Office Depot.
Hi.
Hi, what are you doing?
We're stocking up.
We're stocking up.
Also, Rachel, I'm on a kick to take the stairs, so if you see me press that elevator button, you better start bullying me. My camera's charging, so I'm doing a phone vlog while I poop and while Gordo sits next to me. I got home from work and I did a new thing today where instead of getting home and like collapsing in bed, I told myself before I get comfortable, I'm going to do all the things I need to do. So I unpacked my lunch boxes, cleaned them out, and washed them so I can use them again tomorrow. And I cleaned up some of the stuff in my kitchen. I unpacked my bag and put away all the things that were in my backpack that I brought home from work. I brought all my stuff into my bedroom to get ready to edit my video. And then my mom texted me that she wants me to come over to have dinner with everyone. So plans changed, but we're still having a good time, huh, bud? He said, yes, I'm happy because you fed me first. So I'm not going to be able to read or edit my vlog like I thought. I'm going to go hang out with my fam. But I read a little bit of my book while I was at lunch. It's getting pretty good. I think I only got like 20 pages further than what I was, but I love these characters. I feel like we're all uncomfortable because I'm vlogging on the toilet, so I'm going to let y'all go. Got bullied into staying and making Christmas cookies, so I'm making Baby Yodas. Hi! Back in my closet. I got home a lot later than I thought I would. So I told myself, like, I don't have time to go to the gym, but let's be real. Last night I went to bed at 1. It's barely even 10:45. I have time to go for a 30-minute walk, then shower, then read before bed. Also, just read the news about Iran. Feeling really anxious and upset about that. So I think this is a well-needed walk. Well-needed let off steam, let off some anxiety. And I'm gonna attempt to bring my book and walk while reading. I don't think it's gonna work. We're We're gonna try though. Okay, I'm all changed. My reward for doing this workout is I have a package waiting at my door when I got home. So I'm gonna unbox that. Let me go find my book and let's go. Also, this is just a workout vlog, not a reading vlog. My phone died as soon as I got on the treadmill, but I did read some of my book. I timed it so that every other chapter I walked and jogged. So I'd read a chapter and then when it got to a new chapter I'd start jogging. So now I'm on page 362 and even if I don't finish this tonight, I will be able to get like almost all the way done. So I will finish that soon when I'm not dying from running. Okay friends, it's time for my low energy sweaty red face book haul. It's from Amazon. I'm gonna assume she's a late present. This is from Nikki. She said, I've been trying to figure out who my first booktuber was and recently realized it was you. Your vlogs makes me so happy. Want to wish you the best 2020. Nikki, you are so sweet. I will link her channel down below. I love her. This is a thick paperback. I don't know what to expect. Which side is it? Oh, okay. Wow, I just recently added this to my wish list and I know very little about it other than like everyone loves it. This has won a ton of awards. It's the first book in a trilogy. This is a fantasy book that has a really, really vague synopsis. It's just kind of like, these worlds are at war. There's a murdered son and a missing daughter. A land familiar with catastrophe. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect, but this author is a black woman, which is not typical to see like winning awards in this genre. So I really want to pick this up and support. And also everyone says it's amazing. Wish I could give you a better synopsis than that, but feel free to comment and let me know. The prologue is called You Are Here, and the first sentences are, let's start with the end of the world, why don't we? Get it over with and move on to more interesting things. Again, no clue what to expect, but Nikki, thank you so much. I also hope you have a great 2020. Gordo, I can't stand him. What are you doing? Are you zoomy? What are you doing? Anyway. Oh, he scamper. I've felt really good the past couple days, even though I'm like eating bad, then working out, then eating bad, then working out. And tomorrow night I plan to eat bad again, so it's like, ugh. Now I'm going to attempt to finish my fantasy book. Once again, I'll probably just read till I sleep and then you'll see me tomorrow morning when I'm rushing to get ready. Good morning, vlog squad. I just want to point out that I have never interacted with any of my neighbors in the 3 months that I've lived where I live. But last night on the way to the gym and then today walking to my car, I saw my next door neighbor and his dog. And he's pretty cute. That's just a tidbit. Feel free to use your imagination with that one. Made it to page 380 and I have like 40 pages left. That'll be pretty easy to finish during work unless I get like super distracted at lunch. And I don't think it's gonna be happening today because tonight Kristen needs to take her senior photos and Ryan volunteered to do it and they want me there to hype her up. Okay, they don't want me there, Kristen wants me there. So tonight I am going to be moral support for Kristen taking her senior photos. Then afterward, we're all gonna go to Ryan's and watch The Witcher because Ryan and I started it. I don't know if I even talked about this on the vlog. I think this was like the couple days I wasn't vlogging. Ryan and I started The Witcher because I didn't have Netflix and I was like, I'm coming over to use your subscription. And we only watched half of it and so I want to finish it. But then Kristen was like, I feel left out. I want to come watch it with y'all. So she's coming over and we just keep making like apple juice jokes. And she's just like, what does that mean? I want apple juice. I'm like, sweetie, you don't even know. But she's like the most innocent, precious bean. I never got this on video and I keep meaning to talk about it. But Kristen is like the most pure substance on this earth. Whenever we were all hanging out a couple weeks ago, I vlogged us hanging out. During that hangout, she was like, hey, did y'all know that there's a girl version of a blowjob? And Ryan and I were like, oh my god, we're sex education teachers now. It was simultaneously the sweetest and saddest thing I'd ever heard, but we were just like floored. So she is so innocent and I feel like I'm corrupting her, especially if she's gonna come over tonight and watch this show with us. But I literally hugged her. I was like, you are my favorite person on this whole world, like never change. That's Kristen. We stand so hard. Okay, I'm about to get on the freeway, so I'm gonna go. Bye. I have leftover babes.
I'm so
finishing my book.
Could we ask them the question?
What?
Okay, so what's the opposite of upsetty spaghetti? There has to be a positive way.
Intellectual questions only.
Yeah, because, I mean, upsetty spaghetti is such a good saying, but you need to have the positive side. Whitney said, I'm not saying it any louder.
So like I said, Kristen the innocent.
Now stand how you're going to stand while you're doing this. So go for it.
Does my shirt look okay? That was so uneventful.
Hi everyone, good morning. How's it going? If you couldn't tell from my makeup still being on, I definitely fell asleep last night. But I did get this Christmas photo of Ryan where he photoshopped himself onto Christmassy deal, so this is gonna go on my fridge right by the one that Kristen gave me. I have no plans today except my mom's coming over later to get all my Christmas decorations and bring them home. And I'm really hungry right now. I could go for some toast. So I just wanted to say good morning. What are you doing? Are you looking out at the cars? I just finished my book. Finally. Hello, Dan, Nikki, my bobbies. A piece of glitter in there from Kristen's photo shoot yesterday. Which, by the way, I didn't vlog really yesterday at Ryan's house because, do you mind? Ryan's house last night, we showed her our favorite episode of The Witcher, just the apple juice one. I know, Gordo. And I wanted to get her reaction on camera, but she was very vehemently like, no, I'm not gonna watch this. Ew, no, no. So I was at Ryan's last night until like 11 watching the rest of The Witcher. Here's my review of The Witcher. I don't understand why Gordo has to make this much noise. I don't understand a single plot point. I've read the book, so I like should know it. There's not like one overarching storyline. Okay, I'll take that back. The format of the show is so weird because there's like 3 different storylines happening. One of them is like a beginning to end storyline of like this girl going on a journey. One of them is like Geralt solving people's problems with using his Witcher magic. And then one of them is Yennefer just like going through training and like becoming a sorceress. So it's like all of them are different people doing different stuff, but then it's also told differently. So I feel like you could literally watch this show out of order and still understand it the same way that I did because it's so confusing. I think the thing that got me is for like 5 episodes we didn't realize that it was skipping back and forth in time, and there's like no indication to show that time has passed or like they're going back and forth between timelines because everyone's immortal and looks the same. I like the parts where Geralt and Yennefer are together, but then the rest of it is just kind of like what's happening. And there were little things that we were Googling, like we could not figure out who Ciri was related to. We were like, why is she looking for Geralt? Like, is that his daughter? Like, what is this whole thing about like the child of surprise? So we literally had to Google 5 things just to be like, what's happening? And I read the book. Like, I should have been able to know. So it's just so confusing. But here's the thing. It's so hot. I did end up getting emotional by the last episode because everything started coming together and all the timelines finally met up and we got to like the resolution of like the entire show. Everyone's been like, oh, I have to do this thing. So Ryan said it's supposed to be like a 7-season show. I'm interested in watching on, but I'm interested like 80% just because Henry Cavill and that wig. So yeah, that's my review of The Witcher. It makes absolutely no goddamn sense, but the people are pretty to look at. Also, watch the show with subtitles because I had no idea what the fuck was happening for the entire first half of the show. Then we turned on the subtitles for the last half and I was like, oh, that's what that person's name is. Anyway, back to this. I finished A Heart So Fierce and Broken. The first half of this book, like the first 200 pages, I was not enjoying it. There was so much politics happening and none of it made sense. I liked when we delved more into gray rather than like the political drama. So I liked him training and making alliances with people and like getting to know this girl from the other kingdom. I like the magic that was introduced and the magical creature, but this very much does a 180 from where we were in book 1 as far as, are we supposed to like the main characters anymore? Because the first book was about these two characters and this book is about these two characters, and now they're pitted against one another, and it's gonna be wild to see where this goes. I know I said I hope this is a duology because I wouldn't want to read the third book, but the second half of this kind of got me and bumped it up to a 4 stars, and now I really want to know what's gonna happen, just because I've never read a book before where it's like a companion series but then the two characters turn on one another, which these are minor spoilers, but I think it's adds intrigue to the series, so I want to mention it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna settle on a 4 stars for this. First half was boring, second half was good, as you can see from all the sticky tabs. I really hope the third book follows Gray a lot more than Ren, because I think he is so interesting. There's just so many characters in this that I love, and none of them are the original characters from book 1. So I'm gonna meet this author next Friday. I have to call the bookstore and see, like, am I allowed to bring a copy from home to get signed, or do I have to buy it there? I gave Rachel, who you met in my last vlog, the first book in the series, A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and she read it and loved it, and she's coming to pick this up for me tomorrow because she can't wait until Tuesday when the book comes out. So we're gonna go to that book signing together, and I met a girl on Twitter from DFW who's gonna come, so I'm gonna meet a new friend there, and I'm probably just gonna be like, listen girl, this book slaps, but the entire time all I could think was Gray reminds me of Geralt from The Witcher. Which he does. They both have the same like stoic, smart, no bullshit, no games thing going on, so it's real hot. I don't know what to read next now. Let me take you to my bedroom. Wow, scandalous. So in my room I have a TBR cart. The top shelf is ARCs. The middle shelf is the oldest books on my TBR, and I want to get a couple of these done per month. I don't have any ARCs to review until February. But also, one of the oldest books on my TBR is The Handmaid's Tale, and I started this and loved it, but then had to put it down because I was in the middle of other books. And also, I got this book for Christmas, which I got from the library previously, and I got like 30 pages into. So I don't know if I want to finish a book I've started, start a new book that's one of the oldest on my TBR. Jason, help me out here. Because then I could also pull a book from my TBR jar. I low-key want to do that. I feel like when I'm indecisive, I should just give it to the powers of fate. So I'm going to do that. So this jar has in it all of the unread books I own that do not include books I got for Christmas. Let's do this one. Forever by Judy Blume. Nice short book. This is a book I never read as a growing up teenager person. I've just been so curious about it because it kind of has a reputation. So this is a book that follows like these two teenagers, Catherine and Michael. And this book is all about like teenagers discovering sexuality for the first time and learning more about their bodies and each other and like experiencing sex. I've heard it's weird, and this was definitely written in like the late 90s or something. Oh, scratch that, 1975. And there's even a note at the beginning of this book that talks about like in the mid 70s, sexual responsibility meant preventing unwanted pregnancy. So like even this is outdated now because she's like, there's so much more that we could have gone into about safe sex that I didn't. Will this even be a relevant read for the century we're in now? Maybe not, but I feel like this is a staple as like a YA classic. I've just been interested in it. Maybe it's garbage. We'll find out, but it's barely even 200 pages. Yeah, it's not even 200, so I'm interested. And apparently Monkey Brain knew I needed like a short book to get me through, so we're gonna read about some sex. The ... is so ominous. I don't know how I feel about that. So a couple pages later, I'm realizing the title has ... in it because literally this book is inundated with more ellipses. Was that a grammar thing in the 70s? Like, why? Did they not know about commas? Were commas invented back then? I just think it's funny. Okay, sorry, bye. Well, howdy y'all. My mom came over today and took all the Christmas decorations back, so less festive over here. No more Christmas tree in the corner. I moved all my furniture back, so now the couch is on the wall by the window. Does anyone care? I don't think so. Kristen gave me this coffee table, so now I have a footrest. But when my mom came over today, she brought me some of the things that have been sent to my house for me, 2 of which are letters. But now I have 2 packages. One of these is from international Amazon. I don't know what to expect. Also, this went to my P.O. box. Okay, so here's the thing about books coming to my P.O. box from Amazon. I have an Amazon wish list connected to this address, which means if someone sent it to my P.O. box, they got that from my video description. So these are items that are not on my wish list, assumably. I'm seeing a large paperback. Merry Christmas from Vienna! This book is in German. Oh my gosh. Someone New by Laura Kneidl. Never heard of this. Okay, I'm gonna try and read this synopsis from German to English. When Micah meets her neighbor, she cannot believe it is the awesome Julian, who the other week she had lost her job to. So Micah's angry because he's cool and whatever abweisend so eher ist means. But then she is fascinated by his something art. She wants to get to know him. Then she finds herself, I can't read it in German apparently. So yeah, basically this guy she hates becomes her neighbor, but then she's interested in him because she sees him do art or something. Interesting that the title's in English, but the book's in German. This book comes with a playlist though. I stan. The first thing's a Hosier song too, so we love it. Fascinating. Thank you so much. I'm always down to flex my German skills. If any of my German-speaking pals have read this, let me know if it's good. Thank you. So this one also came to my P.O. box, so someone ordered me something off Amazon that may or may not be on my wish list. Hey Whitney, I've been begging everyone to read this book. It's a hidden gem. The first quarter's slow, but once the second lead character comes in, I was glued to the entire series. What'll this be? I don't know which way is the correct way to hold it up. It's this way. Red Winter by Annette Marie, inspired by the rich and varied mythology of Japan. So based on the synopsis, this is about a woman named Emmy who is going to be like the mortal vessel of a goddess. And so she's prepared all her life for this role and she's ready. And then Shiro is the spirit of the earth that is the enemy of the goddess that's going to embody her. But she has saved his life, so he owes her a debt, and he's not allowed to harm her until that debt is paid and she gets to command him. So I'm assuming enemies to lovers. And there's illustrations in here. Is he a furry? Is that a tail? We'll have to see about that, but gorgeous cover, interesting concept. Thank you for thinking of me. Now, I have some unicorn popcorn, and I'm 96 pages into Forever by Judy Blume. Here's the thing. I do have several tabs in here, not because it's a great book, but because there's certain things that were good. In the grand scheme of things, there's more bad than good. Already, I can go ahead and say the amount of ellipses in this book is absurd. Like, from an editorial perspective, it's just absolutely disgusting. But then also, the way that I'm reading this book's dialogue because of these ... it just sounds so passive-aggressive. Like, I know punctuation doesn't imply the tone of the narrator, but it's literally makes them sound so uninterested and so, like, passive-aggressive. It's so difficult to read sometimes. There's been a lot of questionable content. There was fat phobia, there's been some racist remarks, or at least like one weird instance where he said something really disgusting. And I can't figure out the male love interest, Michael. Sometimes he's like really sweet, and other times he's just like pressuring her into doing stuff. I'm not really reading this book like what I recommend to teens today to learn about sex, because I feel like this to the 70s is what the American Girl doll All About Your Body books were to our generation, or maybe to my generation. It just reads more like an info guide than an actual storyline. It's very dry, it's very dialogue heavy, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this is not evergreen. I would not tell girls today go pick this up. This is the flawless example of how relationships should be. It's not historical fiction, but it's just interesting to see the way that expectations were, and I guess the social climate around teenagers having sex at this time, and just how much has changed, the way that teenagers flirted, and I don't know, I think the customs are so different that it's just interesting to look back at this and see, like, I guess a normal love story 40 years ago. So there's good and bad parts. If anything, it's just really fast to read. I started this morning. I'm already more than halfway through. So I think I'm just gonna read the rest of this right now with my popcorn. And let's just get going, fam. This is fascinating information. I'm laying down and Gordo decided, is bed? Yes. Oh, good boy. So, I just finished my book. The book ended so abruptly. It was kind of juvenile. I think I'm gonna give this book like 2.5 or 3 stars. I like it just for a glimpse in the past to see like what relationships were like and all the different lingo and stuff. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend like going out and buying it and like recommending it to your children. Like I saw reviews on Goodreads that said, oh, I read this when I was 11 and it scarred me. And I can only imagine that if I read this when I was super young, I'd be like, oh my god. I didn't mind it, like it was easy, but like I said, it's just like not a true and modern example of teenage relationships at all. Now there's an entire genre dedicated to that, so it's more just like an artifact of the past. But still, I'm not mad that I read it. I think it was interesting. Gordo, can I get up to go see what I should read next, or are we gonna sit here all night? Can you stand up, please? Come on. Hi. Hi. Okay. Yep. Hi. Ow. Okay. Yep. What? You coming back? Okay. Hi. So here's the deal I'll make myself. I'm gonna draw another book for my TBR jar, but if I don't feel like reading it, like if my initial reaction to it is ugh, I'm gonna read The Handmaid's Tale instead. Let's do this one. The book I chose is Ramona Blue! I was just thinking about this book. So Ramona Blue is by Julie Murphy. It's a YA contemporary. I forgot there was stuff in here. So the premise of this book is that Ramona identifies as a lesbian, but then meets this guy she starts getting feelings for, so she's reevaluating her sexuality. I'm definitely excited to read this one, so I'll start this one right now. I think I'm gonna burn like my crackly candle. I'm gonna make a glass of tea. I just love my new living room. Like, I moved in here in September and I haven't had all the furniture in my apartment yet, and now that I have my coffee table, which is littered with trash, I feel like it's complete. Like I have a little living room now. I mean, it's dirty, but it's cute, right? Hi, this matters to no one except me, but the main character of this book is 6'3". Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm not even gonna finish the book. I'm on page 7 and 5 stars. Bye, see you next vlog.